Hello everyone, welcome to another Studs Up. You know the drill by now. It's brought to you by talkSPORT Bet. I am your host, 1/3 of the show, Ryan Scott Douglas. Good to see you again. Stick on the kettle, make yourself a coffee. If you're travelling, stick us on and get ready for an hour of good conversation. And I am joined once again, and I've got some nice intros for them again. Don't worry about that. After they kicked off in week 1, more takes than a Scorsese film, but he always makes the final cut. It's Rory Jennings.
I like that.
How are you? Like that one?
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I'm very well, mate. How are you?
Good. I'm very good.
Delighted it's back. Eh? Yeah. You know, the international break's a bit of an intrusion, isn't it?
I know. I'll be honest with you, I hate it. Yeah. But we will get stuck into it. We do have quite a bit to reflect on as well, as I introduce the third member of this trio. Premier League flair, Hollywood hair, and bags of stories that are sometimes true, not always. It's Bentley.
Get in
You're
there.
right, yeah?
I love that intro.
That was a good one, yeah?
Rory, like that.
Mate, you've got your work cut out now.
I know.
We're going to be expecting. We're going to be expecting these introductions. You're going to be working on them for a week.
Every week
all
now.
Season.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
No, I think he's got it.
I've got it.
The world's going to run dry. There's not that many things you can say about me. Yeah, good luck.
Sylvia Young and all that.
Yeah. Bring that. That'll be next week's intro, won't it? Yeah.
Loads to talk about. Let's talk about our weeks first.
Yes.
You had a little Scotland trip, didn't you? How was it watching the 18th best player in the world in Scott McTominay?
Scott McTominay. He didn't have the best of games, to be fair. I mean, it was a great atmosphere. You know, the bagpipes and the experience and the culture of Scotland. People, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, went into a few bars and that where all the fans were. Yeah, had a great time. Loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, great atmosphere. Port, like the game as a football sort of viewing point, weren't the best of games.
They weren't happy, were they? The fan, they were booming.
No, because they just weren't playing. They went into the game to not lose the game,
right?
You know, and but fair play, they got the 3-1 result, which was good for me because I was up there ready to party with the fans.
You were going to go out. You ended up in a karaoke bar, didn't you, Mr. Bentley?
I did. I always find my way to a karaoke bar. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Why do I always end up in karaoke bars?
It's because you're going karaoke bars near me.
I was. So I ended up and I sung my go-to sitting on the dock of the bay, Otis Redding.
Is that
very nice?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Sitting in the morning sun.
Oh! Gosh, just give him a little bit. Don't give him everything.
Yeah, just a little bit. You got to watch. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Exactly.
But you had a good time.
Yes, it was a hostile crowd. It wasn't a hostile crowd, but it was a...
You had to win them over.
It was a big crowd.
You had to win them over.
I've got to say, slightly nervous. I know that you're thinking he don't get nervous. So I've got up there, and loved up there. So
that's old school karaoke doing it for the audience because you get booths now, they're private booths, don't you? But
it was good. It was a very enjoyable evening in Glasgow, and loved it. And then the following morning, woke up to do the Open Goal. Podcast, which was they're fun guys. And then I had a good time. Loved Glasgow.
Yeah, it's a great city.
Got a few quid up in Glasgow. Don't listen to the
Go on, mate. The naysayers.
Yeah. There's a few quid up there. Enjoyed my time. Lovely historical buildings. They got bistros at the traffic lights.
I love Glasgow as well. I'm with you. It's great city.
It is a great city.
One of the best cities in Britain. I love it.
I think so.
It's really, really good.
Never been.
We did a walk from the ground, about a 20-minute walk through the city. Oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah. It was so nice. And like stopping at the bars and on the way back into town. Our boss, Ewan, he showed me.
He knows his way around.
Yeah, he knows his way around. A few of his pals and that. So I had a great time. Loved it.
Look at him sweeting the boss up.
Come over, Ewan!
We know what he's doing. We know what he's doing. Rory, how was your week, mate, in comparison to that?
It was good. No karaoke, sadly.
No.
But that's probably for the benefit of anyone that would happen to witness that, because it was not good. I'm Kim Wilde. Keep me hanging on.
All right, okay,
that's where I'll go. But it's not good.
He does know that he'll have to. You do know that you'll have to sing these songs.
I'm not forfeiting everything. You're making me do it. Yeah, mate. A bit of Kim Wilde if it ever comes up.
But we're doing a bit of karaoke for the Mount Rushmore later. So save the big picks. But yeah, okay. I'd love to hear him on karaoke. You know.
Yeah,
now that you said that.
So would I.
Terrible singer.
Because your performing arts background.
No,
you definitely did.
You think that? You turned into Justin Timberlake. Far from it, mate. No, it's really bad.
It's your boy band days.
It's really bad. But no, I do enjoy it. But no, look, it's just nice to have the football back. I think.
Yeah.
So it's been a trying week. England qualified for the World Cup, which is nice.
Yeah.
But nothing
expected, I think, wasn't it?
Expected, and nothing quite like the buzz you get from Premier League football.
Yeah, I mean, Latvia were 35-1 to beat England the day before.
You could see why, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, there was always going to be goals. Let's talk a bit of football then. But we'll pivot to let's stay in Scotland, because we were talking about Scotland. Rangers. It's been a bit of a weird week, hasn't it? Because Steven Gerrard was the favourite to be the manager. Then all of a sudden there's this massive U-turn that everyone's talking about. Breaking news, he's not going to be anymore. There's a massive fallout. He's pied up for Rangers God knows how many times now. Then he became the favourite again. I don't really know what's going on there. Bence, what do you make of it? What could be happening? And do you think he'll end up at Rangers?
I think Rangers are going for a difficult period, obviously, without their sort of new ownership and what they're doing. I think they need to find... I don't know why, Barry Ferguson or somebody like that, somebody who's got a sort of connection to the football club. I think the fans and obviously being up in Glasgow and understanding Glasgow.
You get them now.
I get the people. So I don't know why they're not going for a Barry Ferguson type sort of manager that can come in, understands the values of the football club, understands the way the fans want their team to play. So, I think it's a sort of difficult period for Rangers. I think they have to make the right...
They have to get it right.
They have to get it right. And I think Steven Gerrard, obviously he's been in there and done very well and what he did for the football club. But it's always difficult going back. Can you replicate that going back? I think it's a difficult one. I'm not sure.
Do you go back, Rory?
Major error from anybody involved at Rangers who didn't do everything that they could to make sure that Steven Gerrard was the manager. Sometimes you just need somebody for the harmony. Sometimes you just need to bring someone in to make the fans happy again. What they've been through at the moment. Like the disparity and the disharmony between the fans and the ownership, the fans and the previous manager. It's a club at war. If you appoint Steven Gerrard, immediately, suddenly, bang, everybody's on the same side.
Do you think that's a short-term fix within
perhaps,
that?
But sometimes you just need that. There was a time when, off the back of Maurizio Sarri at Chelsea fans were at loggerheads. We didn't like each other because some loved the manager, some hated the manager. The club were annoyed with the ownership for appointing a manager that didn't chime with us. The manager wasn't particularly popular because of the way he spoke about the fans. He certainly didn't like us. And in fact, the trophy he did win, he dedicated it to another support. You're like, right, this club is sort of broken from within. Who can fix it? You bring Frank Lampard in. Everyone is suddenly on the same side. Everyone putting in.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
and I think that Gerrard was that. Off the back of Russell Martin, they needed a unifier, and I think Gerrard would have been that. And how they didn't get it over the line, I do not know. Because, I mean, look, I'm basing my knowledge here on social media, but Jermaine Defoe put out an Instagram post that really did intimate that he was involved and he was going to be the next assistant manager of Rangers. So it felt like it had gone that far. Yeah. It felt like it was almost in the bag, that somehow it's fallen at the last hurdle. And whoever's involved from a Rangers side in not getting Defoe and Gerrard over the line,
criminal,
made a pig's ear of it.
Yeah, I agree. Do you know what? I also think... what was Steven Gerrard's last managerial role? He was out in Saudi, wasn't he? I think it would have been brilliant for his career. I'm not going to lie to you, because where do you go after that?
Is there a financial issue though with the Saudi element? There's something about him leaving.
There can be a tax issue if you leave within 2 years. I know Jordan Henderson had to. It cost Jordan Henderson a lot of money to leave.
Didn't he stay there?
Yeah, I don't know the specifics, and I don't know if that would have been part of it, but it would have been a great job for Gerrard.
Yeah,
and Rangers sort of needed Gerrard, somebody with that prestige. Rangers are an iconic club, an iconic institution, like a great football team. And they need somebody that can match the weight of Rangers. And Gerrard's that. Yeah. You can't bring in these two-bob managers. You need somebody with pedigree. Graham Potter can't manage a club like Rangers.
No.
Graham Potter was BTEC Russell Martin. They can't... you need somebody with real... gravitas, like Steven Gerrard. You could easily argue, wouldn't necessarily be my shout. You could easily argue Steven Gerrard's the best English player of a generation. That's the kind of stature that Rangers need.
Yeah, exactly. And in comparison to Russell Martin, a vegan from Brighton, you've got a meat eater from Liverpool. So do you know what? It's a winner. Gerrard is a winner. Yeah, he's a proven winner. I don't want to call Russell Martin a loser, but he's the opposite of a winner, isn't he? Yeah. He's not saying the word. Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm with you. Yeah. It is a bit of a mess, at the moment. Let's hope it gets resolved. I'm sure we'll be reacting to something next week. Speaking of kind of bleeding into next week, Bence, your fight is this Saturday.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
How are you feeling? Are you prepped? Are you ready?
I'm prepped, ready to go. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, have you got the invite yet?
Yeah.
I must have got lost in the post, Rory. I'm not going to lie to you.
Have they not got the table?
Oh, well, we're with him
and the boss not bought the 10 grand table.
Don't know anything about it.
Nothing. No one's spoken to me about it.
Right.
But,
okay. Well, you can watch it on Boxing YouTube.
Nice little plug.
See, I'm so zoned into training.
You're looking forward to it?
I am, yeah. I'm excited. I'm not nervous. I've got that pre-match sort of energy that I had when I played.
Adrenaline kind of.
The adrenaline element and the excitement. It's been such a good journey. The last 5 weeks has been amazing. Met some unbelievable people. Had a newfound respect for boxing and the amount it takes to be a boxer and the amount of training and discipline that the boys have to have. I've been welcomed into the boxing gyms. I was in Newlands gym yesterday down in Wickford near Basildon. So I did my sort of last, or one of my sort of last deep sessions or intense sessions, should I say. And Elm Park Gym in Hornchurch, another place under Kevin Mitchell. And then been in the gym with all the fighters. Obviously, they've had to put up with me for a couple of hours, but I've had a great time. It's like going back in the dressing room again, and they welcome me.
Kevin Mitchell was huge at one point, wasn't he? Do you remember he had a fight at Upton Park?
Beautiful
on
man.
the pitch, yeah. He's just Cat Cedars.
Yeah, beautiful soul, beautiful man. I love him. Yeah,
and
I've had the banter with him, and he's helped me out.
Is it intense? He doesn't cut any slack.
Oh, mate, he don't. There's no hiding place of him.
He was a warrior,
mate. He stuck me in with a few people trying to knock me out.
No,
and he's like, I've gone to try and knock me out. He went, well, that's what you're going to get on the night, so take it.
Fair.
I'm like, cheers, Kev. I thought we were mates.
That's good, though.
So the sparring sessions, I've been in 4 or 5 times, 5, 6 different fighters, and when you get in it, that's when you know whether you can fight. That's the difference. Anyone can throw their hands about, but it's as soon as you get it, that's when you find a lot about yourself. No.
I can't do either.
No, I reckon Rory should get in with me. Honestly, this is another one, right?
He's dying to do this with you.
He's allowed to do 1 round with me as one of his punishments because he's potentially going to lose again.
He's writing you up already.
He's going to be bottom of the league next month as well.
There's so much going on at the moment.
1 round.
I'm not boxing anyone. I can honestly say I'm never more full of fear.
You have your head guard on and all that.
I'll stick to giving it the big and in an escort, thank you.
Yeah, now we're talking. At least you know where you are. At least you know where you are. I couldn't think of anything
worse than getting in a boxing. I have nothing but respect for boxers, but doing it in the way that you are, getting in that ring, it's going to be intense. You're fighting like Jody Morris, an athlete.
Yeah,
he's been training heavily. I follow Jody on social media. He's been training heavily under Darren Barker. Yeah, it's going to be a war in there.
Yeah, I know. See this? He's Chelsea.
He's trying to get in your mind.
Right, Rory, whose side? Just from your soul and your gut. Right, whose side are you really on?
Don't ask questions.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I'll tell you the truth.
Go on, tell me. Go on.
I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
I have nothing but time for you, and I see you as a dear friend.
Yes.
I love Jody Morris, but I'm not seeing it as that. I'm seeing it as Chelsea versus Tottenham, and therefore Jody Morris.
Oh, look at that! Always a way to link it back.
I know.
Yeah,
Chelsea Tottenham, isn't it?
But you two are thick as thieves.
Yeah.
But
it's Chelsea Tottenham.
He wears Chelsea pants. He's got Chelsea curtains. He's like, wife's saying, "Can we take these down?" He's still got them up.
It's going to be huge.
So you're Jody. So in my head, I know that Rory Jennings, my new Miami best mate, Mr. Hollywood, is on Jody's side.
I'm not. I'm
so
on
when I'm in the
Chelsea's
ring,
side.
are you?
You're representing Tottenham. You're a personification of Tottenham Hotspur.
What? I'm the epitome of Tottenham.
You are Tottenham Hotspur.
He is Tottenham,
isn't he? He's a big cockerel. I can't back Tottenham over Jody Morris. I can't. How can I do that? Jody Morris was born in the shadow of Stamford Bridge. He's born in the shadow of Stamford Bridge. He played 150 games for Chelsea. He scored one of my first games I went to on my own. He made his debut. Came off for Gavin Peacock. How can I possibly undermine all of that and back a Tottenham?
Listen, at least he's being honest. I know, I can see it from here.
I don't want to be... Mate, if you...
I do love... I respect what you're saying there. Jody Morris, great guy. I'll call him Jody Marsh, but he's... But Jody Morris, right, he's a great guy. I've got loads of respect for him, but stepping in the ring...
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm going.
I think he's going to be handy,
Yeah, no, he's a little.
Yeah,
I call him a little terrier, don't I? Tenacious terrier.
Yeah. That low centre of gravity, Messi-esque style dribbling, but with the hands. They're going to be coming thick and fast.
Yeah, but we've had Glenn Hoddle and Ginola and Bentley and Modric.
Yeah.
I mean, these tenacious wires of Morris. Come on, the Tottenham.
Have you got ring music? Have you got an entrance?
I've got.
Do you know what you're looking at? Are you telling us?
Can you tell us?
You don't have to. No. Well, I know we're family now. Well.
Wow.
Two of us are.
Well, we thought so, didn't we?
Two of us are. I'm going to get over here. But yes, I have. So they give me a 3-minute.
Oh.
but I've taken 8 minutes. So the ring walk, so the stairs and everything.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
And I've got a little slow number to start with. Then I've got and then ramp it up with a bit of dance coming down the stairs. Like shuffle it down.
Here he is.
Rory loves it. You know what? You can imagine him. Do you know what? Do you remember that geezer Gangnam Style? Who used to come up
side,
to catapult him up. If he doing,
is it Gangnam Style?
Hey, no, it's not. I'll keep you waiting.
All right,
because next week you're going to like it.
So this time next week you're going to be sitting there all black and blue when we do.
Oh, what are you saying? What are you saying to me?
You're going to be sitting there all black and blue, aren't you?
Yeah, winner or a loser.
Do we have somebody?
You
should have seen the other guy. Well, you know what? Best of luck. I'm sure Rory will at least wish you good luck. And next time we're here, we'll be reacting to your win.
My win. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's belts.
There's
get
belts.
A belt. Yeah, you get belts.
There you go.
Is it Roy? Somebody's coming in, yeah. I don't know.
Someone's coming in.
Someone's coming in. I don't know who it is, yeah.
What, to give you the
Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones Jr.'s there.
Handing the belt.
Roy Jones Jr. was a Kawasaki fan.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Kawasaki. He's coming in.
He's giving you the belt.
Wow.
It takes a lot for the brain to activate.
Roy Jones Jr.
It's there, though. It's there.
That's huge.
Massive.
Yeah, so he's coming in to hand the belt out. I think we got David Hayes handing out one of the fights.
Brilliant.
God,
it's a few, yeah.
They've really invited some
George
big names.
Yeah, and me and you be left out.
And we get to watch it on the YouTube channel.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know.
It's all right, guys. I'll sneak you in.
There we are.
Well, I'll sneak you in.
I'll be in Morris's corner.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine?
He's doubling down.
Can you imagine? He sees it, and then Morris invites him, and he's over there. I can't do it.
And then you take your eye. If it's see Rory last minute, bang, knockout. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. Right, let's react to some football then. Of course, it was international break. Love it or loathe it. England, Wales, England, Latvia. There's a few takeaways from it. I mean, I think we were always going to win both of those games. We didn't even get out of second gear, I don't think, for either of them, to be honest with you. We turned it on for 20 minutes against Wales, and that was enough. But it's opened a wider question, which is circulating, is who's on the plane? Who is definitely on the plane? Or who are your rogue shouts? So let's start with you, Rory. I've got some... Let's start with a winger debate here. Rodgers, Eze, Bowen, Grealish, Rashford, Gordon. Give me some names out there that you think have to be on the plane.
What I think, or who I actually think will go.
Let's go what you think.
So in my opinion, Jack Grealish has to go.
I'm with you.
In my opinion, just Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford, they both offer something very unique. They're both winners. They're both capable. They should both be on the plane. Sadly, I think Marcus Rashford probably goes, but I don't think Grealish does, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know that's. But it depends, though. I mean, there's so much football to be played. If he carries on that trajectory, he can't be ignored, surely, because if he keeps notching up the assists and being the Grealish shot we used to see for Everton, surely he has to get
Tuchel does it his own way, doesn't he? He's not ready to sort of play by the rules.
Yeah.
And I believe that picking an England team should be so easy. What you do is you pick the best players on form, you factor in reputation a touch, but on form you pick your best 11.
Yeah.
There is no way that Phil Foden and Jack Grealish shouldn't have been part of that last squad. But neither of them were.
Yeah.
And I think that tells us what Tuchel's going to do. He's got his favourites. He likes the likes of Jordan Henderson. He likes the likes of Loftus-Cheek. There's no doubt in my mind. You know, when you talk about bankers to start, you used to say probably 4, maybe 5 bankers. I think now there's 6, and I think Elliot Anderson is a banker to start for England at the World Cup.
Oh, you like him?
No.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Sorry, hang on. Sorry, that I phrased that wrong. I like him, yes. I think he's an excellent player, and I really, really
but
like
you're gone
him.
from Tuchel's mindset. You're saying
Tuchel starts Anderson.
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't. I think he's a wonderful player, and I think that he has a huge future.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be in my starting England 11, but I believe he will start now. I think he's a banker in the way that Mark Gahey is a banker, Jordan Pickford is a banker, Harry Kane is a banker, Saka is a banker.
Hell, what?
I've been called out a few times in the comment section.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking to me again.
Elliot Anderson is a banker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about yourself, then, Bence?
Well, I think Tuchel's come in. He's done very well. He's got his own ideas, and he's probably looking at the past and trying to sort of, whether he's trying to reinvent the wheel, but he's sort of looking at it and sort of looking from a team dynamic.
Yeah.
You sort of look what he's done with Bellingham and so on. He's looked what he's done with Grealish and so on. He's looked at the team dynamic and what can be effective within these games, which I think has been very good. They've played the high press. They've been very energetic, and I think they've done well.
Yeah.
You think of Italy and teams like this who haven't qualified. It's not as easy to qualify.
No, you're right.
That teams in the past, and I've been involved in one that didn't qualify. It's not that easy to qualify. You have to get the job done. I think he's done very well, and the way he's gone about it, I'm quite impressed with him. I like the way he communicates with the press. I like the way he seems to be handling the group. I think he's setting himself up well. The other element to this is we got 3 camps, I think, pre the World Cup.
Yeah. And
plus, going into the World Cup, you're going to play in a different climate. You're going to play a different atmosphere. And the high press and so on is not going to work. So we're talking about Elliott and so on, but you've got Adam Wharton at Crystal Palace, which is a typical player that can get on the ball and dictate play and calm the ball down. It's going to be a different type of play. So as soon as we get to these Spains and these upper level games under the heat, we're going to have to play a different game.
Yeah,
so this is where the type of players, which he has to be very smart in what he does and picking players just on form. I think now we've got such an influx of players, so many creative players, so many players playing at the highest level. It's probably the best group or squad of 30 players that potentially that we've ever had. From a creative aspect, you've got to have to play. I think Grealish should go just because of his personality and his sort of way he is, but I think it's a very difficult decision, and that's why he's employed and paid the money, but he has to be disciplined in how he approaches this World Cup to give us the best chance of winning.
Let's talk about the elephant in or not in the England camp, which is Bellingham. I mean, there's some unsavoury undertones to it as to why he might not have been included, but I want to open it up a bit wider. Rory, can England win the World Cup without Bellingham?
No, I'd say no.
Really?
I'd say no.
Why?
Bellingham is that unpredictable superstar. Like, whether you like him or not, he's a Hollywood player. He is ready for those big moments. And ultimately, when it comes down to a tournament, it isn't about your consistency over the season. It isn't really about anything. It's about massive moments. And even in Germany, where England were pitiful, like, look, we got to the final, but we were dreadful. Game after game after game, Southgate got it wrong, persisting with Kieran Trippier at right back, persisting with Phil Foden when he was off form. We ended up playing in about 2/3 of the pitch because you had Kieran Trippier, only right foot, playing left back. He gets the ball, he cuts in, he plays the ball backwards. Phil Foden gets the ball, cuts in, plays the ball backwards. We played in 2/3 of the pitch. Everything was going that way. And he never ever changed it. Even in that World Cup, even in that Euros when it wasn't good, at any point we never played well. The 2 standout moments really were Jude Bellingham, weren't they? Yeah. We beat Serbia in the first game, which really gave us belief. We didn't play well, but we found a winner. Jude Bellingham gets a winner. That set us on our way to qualify through the group. We're then a Rizzler paper away from going out of the tournament in Gelsenkirchen. Jude Bellingham steps up with a bicycle kick in the last second of the game to keep us in. That's what Bellingham is capable of. Now, look, I love Elliot Anderson. I really do. I think he's a class footballer, brilliant footballer. But he's not that. This geezer's winning leagues at Real Madrid. I mean it with all due respect. They're not comparable. Yeah. They're not comparable. Like, you need players like Jude Bellingham, that just unpredictable brilliance out of nothing. Yeah. And that's how you win a tournament.
Do you know what? I'll come back to you on it. I'll come back at you with a few points there, really. Because, look, I prefer Bellingham in the squad. Of course I would, because he's a fantastic player. But what I'll say is, when you actually look at it under the microscope, potentially the reason why we depended on a Bellingham last-minute winner was because the dynamic of the squad wasn't good enough. Because we're crowbarring good players into positions they don't necessarily need to play. Is the wider thing what Tuchel might be trying to achieve here? And obviously, I say there's undertones to this Bellingham situation, but to pick the best harmony within the squad, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to get every single player in, because England have fallen victim to having to start Gerrard and Lampard and trying to crowbar. Well, I'm sure Scholes was on the left wing at some point. And that didn't do any good for us, but because they're the biggest names and you put them on the field, ultimately we paid the price for that. Yeah. Is it not bigger to have the wider picture of just pick the best players that are playing well, that create the best harmony in Tuchel's system?
It doesn't always work like that. You can't just pick the players that are playing best. You do have to have a system and an approach to specifically a World Cup, and game by game approach and condition approach. And within your squad, you need to have players, which I think we have if they're managed correctly. Tuchel's got the best opportunity to be able to do that. It's not a case, I think in the past, we just, no matter who we played, whether it was Brazil or Spain, France, we played the same team that was playing well, rather than you have to be adaptable. We talk about this around the league, where these managers are sort of programmed and into playing exactly the same system, exactly the same way. It doesn't work every time. Football is forever changing game, and each change within the game it can change. You have to have the adaptability within a game, let alone like game by game. Going into the World Cup and Bellingham specifically, I think he should go. He's a big game player. He's proven it. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I know he's had his injury, and I think his parents have got issues. I think with divorce, which is public. His brother's having a difficult time at Dortmund. He's got a new girlfriend. I don't know whether she's getting him out. Like, I want to go shopping this afternoon. But I think a player like that needs to be within the England squad. He can, how he's utilised within the squad, whether it's starting because he's shown unbelievable talent at Real Madrid throughout the season, he's built himself up, or whether he's just coming on. He's a big game player that will make a difference.
He is a big game player, but just going back to what Rory said there, I think it's really pessimistic to say England can't win the World Cup without Bellingham.
You're both being so generous, though. You're both being so generous to Tuchel. Like, I'm not suggesting for 1 second that I have a greater knowledge of the game than Thomas Tuchel. I don't. But some things, it's not about your deep understanding of football or the fact that you've kind of been immersed in the game all of your life. It isn't about that. You can't possibly convince me, and maybe I'm wrong, but nobody will ever convince me that this England team are better not taking Jude Bellingham, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden.
No, I agree with that.
It's just sometimes it's about statistics and XG stats and harmony in the camp, and other times it's just about these three guys are wicked at football. Put them in a squad. What are you doing?
Yeah. There is an element of that, but that is quite flippant. I do think that is quite flippant. I think to say that we won't win the World Cup because of one player not starting in Bellingham or going, I think that's.
But it's true
ridiculous.
about Kane as well, isn't it? It's true about certain individuals. It's true probably about Pickford.
It's
true about Mark Gahey.
Kane has more of an impact in that squad than Bellingham.
Yeah, fine,
because there's less players that can play in Kane's position.
But there are examples of players where you can say that player is so weighted to England's success, and if you take them out of it, England don't win a tournament. For example, if I say Mark Gahey's not fit and we go into a tournament with Dan Burn at the back, we don't win a World Cup.
Yeah,
that's fact. Like Mark Gahey, you are totally dependent on Mark Gahey being fit. Because John Stones hopefully will be, but probably won't. And after that, the drop-off is really significant.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as bold a statement as you do, Ryan. I think England don't win a tournament without Jude Bellingham. It's one of the least controversial things. Like, look, we probably don't win a tournament with him. Let's be totally honest, right? But what we have in Bellingham is that X factor. Like the fellow he was a kid and he goes to Real Madrid and wins.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing.
That's the kind of player that can propel you to a tournament.
Yeah.
And he's more likely to do it. And look, I love Kane. I don't want this to be any slander to Kane at all. I think Kane's an icon. It's been an honour to meet. Like, I really love him.
Yeah.
But Kane's had those moments and hasn't delivered.
Yeah.
Bellingham has had them and has delivered. So we're going to take our deliverer out of the team and go, yeah, we're still capable.
Yeah.
Because of what? A midfield of, I don't know, Jordan Henderson involved, maybe. Ruben Loftus-Cheek involved, maybe.
Yeah.
Them two can come out.
Yeah, I mean, where are you with having someone like Jordan Henderson in because it's good for the spirit of the camp? Because I have to say, there's nothing more in international football that winds me up than bringing him along because he's good for the dressing room. But I tell you something, pay him a wage on the side and bring him anyway, but just don't involve him in the squad.
Yeah.
I don't get how you can bring. I think that's getting overlooked. Yeah. The fact that Jordan Henderson is going, I think that, if anything, out of everything I'm seeing in terms of team selection, is the most alarming to me.
Jordan Henderson wasn't a good enough on-the-ball footballer in 2020.
Yeah.
Like you know when you've got the likes of Elliot Anderson, Adam Wharton, Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Jack, like, you're footballers.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Henderson, he's a wonderful captain. On some level, it'd be an interesting debate, but you could argue that he's, I don't know, top 10 Liverpool players of the Premier League era because of what he did as a captain. But there'll be other people who appreciate the game, the artistry of the game, who would go, are you mental? Like, like the way that he would retain the ball, the way that he would play the ball, he just wasn't good enough then. So, no, I don't think Jordan Henderson should be anywhere near this squad. I think it's ludicrous.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we're on the same wavelength there. I can't not talk to you, Bence, because you played for England.
Yes.
What was it like, just quickly before we move on, being called up? I mean, what
unbelievable feeling.
Was it?
Unbelievable feeling.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Did Steve McLaren phone you up? Do you remember the moment?
I do, yeah. It was the Robbie Savage one, wasn't it?
No, but that was a fake.
Yeah, that was a fake. But I remember the initial one.
Well. Yeah.
The real one. We've moved on from that. But I remember that is what you play. From my early ages, it was 6 years old, watching Gazza in the World Cup, 90. I want to play for England. I want to be like Gazza. So to play for England, but it's every player's dream to play for England and reach that pinnacle. It's an unbelievable feeling, and to be able to do it was was unbelievable. And every player that's within that camp and within football will want to play for their country, and it's an unbelievable feeling.
Was it different, in training when you go in?
Yeah.
So everyone, and particularly your era, it was icons, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Steven Gerrard sitting over there, Frank Lampard sitting over there. It's like properly icons.
Bex, JT,
Wayne Rooney.
Scholes,
It's just
Rooney. It's an unbelievable camp.
Was the training different? Was it all at a higher level? Is there actually a huge chasm between club football and international football in training and stuff?
Yeah, the standards is uniquely high, and the standard of football and what they can do with the football it was unbelievable, and all them players were. But I had an upbringing where I come through the Invincible squad. I was lucky to be training pretty much every day from 15 to 19 with Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, that sort of setup. So my shaping didn't. I know other players in the past, and a good friend of mine, Jimmy Bullard, he's come in and said he's the step up for him from sort of Fulham and Wigan and so on was a big jump up. For me, I didn't really feel that with the players. The issue that England had, it was definitely togetherness. It was definitely stuff that was going on off the pitch. There was a divide within the camp. I think Gerrard's come out and called them egotistical losers, which he's pretty much come out and said what the feeling was. We went in there. I mean, me and Bully were in there at the same time, but I was in before that. And what was going on, you felt the disconnect within the camp, and you know that you can't win tournaments like that. Fair play to Gareth Southgate. He went in and he brought a togetherness back together, which is so important to any team, that you have to be willing to die for your next man. You have to cover him. You have to do that bit extra yard because you don't want to let your other player down. Yeah, players can go through games and you just get through it and have a good game on your own. But to win and to be the unique sort of top level, I think when you look at the previous winners of like France and your Brazils and Germany's and so on, we go through it, Italy's, and they've all got, you can see their togetherness. They played as a team.
Something McLaren needed to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you think about how Real Madrid's players and Barcelona players used to really hate each other in the Clásicos, but somehow they had such a successful
The synergy
period.
Was still there, wasn't it? Yeah,
and obviously McLaren just didn't get to grips with it. So was it there? You could feel it.
Yeah, McLaren. I went in under McLaren, and then Capello came, which made it even worse.
Did it?
He couldn't even speak. He couldn't speak English, which was and he set rules where we could only eat dinner when the captain sat down, and we're only allowed to leave the table when he set curfews. Which curfews are terrible. Like at home, most footballers, we go to bed quite late because it's highly strung, like weirdos. They're like horses, highly strung up. So we're like, you like to sit down after 10, 11, socialise. None of that was going on. Everyone was sort of isolated to their rooms, which already creates a disconnect.
Everyone was miserable.
I mean, actually, they're fully grown men, fully superstars. You can only leave when, it was a JT or Beckham had left. And even me, analysing that as a young lad, I'm looking going, oh, mate, he's got it well wrong here. He's got it wrong here because he's losing. You can literally lose the dressing room. This is my football knowledge when I've been in these environments. You can lose the dressing room within the first 24 hours.
Really, that quick?
That or the first week.
Well, you come in and you just slowly decline. You can kind of rescue it, but I tell you what, they come in with ideas like that. You've got to be able to manage people correctly. You have to be a good human being and understand other humans to be able to understand how dynamics work. That's why I say, like, if I took over the England team, I'd take us on a big night out and go, hey,
it's coming on, boys.
Come on,
it's coming on.
They'd all work for each other after that trip. I tell you,
we're family.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's a good insight. Yeah. I'm really glad I asked that. Okay, let's pivot to. She's back. The Premier League is back, and we're all happy for it. So, and so is the Studs Up ACCA. So obviously, Rory. You were bottom of the table last time at
bottom of the league. Yes!
I'm very unlucky.
Nil points.
Mate, he's a famous pundit.
What can you do?
He's one of the world's best.
You stitched me up with the fixtures.
And I've done you.
Well, you were top of the league, so fair play. But we've got the forfeit, right? The world's hottest curry next week, Rory. So you've got to strap yourself in, and you guys strap yourself in as well.
Because he has said...
Yeah.
How good, how hot you can
I like spicy food, but I don't necessarily like.
He's rocking now.
I don't necessarily like spicy food where I have to sign a waiver first.
He sounds like Jody Morris.
So that's next week. But we reset now until the next international break, which is in about a month's time. Right. So it's nice. And I've got 3 fixtures in front of me. We'll preview them a bit, and then we'll get our picks depending on who it's been allocated to. Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea is the first fixture we're going to look at here. Bence, you are gonna pick this outcome for this one, but we'll have a little talk first about Ange. Right? Is this?
I'm picking the Forest Chelsea.
Yeah. We're not giving it to Rory. That's yours. Rory. Yeah, I know.
That's a shame.
But you can try
a banker.
Yeah, in whose favour?
Chelsea's. Postecoglou.
No, I know. He's in trouble.
Postecoglou.
Favourite to be the next Premier League manager to go, by the way, by a long way.
Rightly so.
By a long way. Yeah.
Rightly so.
Do you think he'll go?
I think he should. I think it was a terrible appointment, and I think Mr. Marinakis will look at it and go, "Do you know what? I got this wrong." Sometimes you just hold your hands up, right? You tried; it was experimental.
Do you
it was
think he will say that?
Yeah, I think he will, because whatever you think of Mr. Marinakis, the furtherance of Forest is what he wants. Yeah. He wants Forest to look. His methods, I don't necessarily agree with them all, but what he wants is for Forest to be the best that they can be.
Yeah.
He will realise that they are not being the best that they can be because they have someone who is incompetent in charge.
Yeah.
And therefore, they will do something about that.
Are you having big Ange?
No, I'm going for Ange. I'm staying loyal. He brought a trophy to Tottenham last year. I love him. Hey, Robbie Williams loved him, so I do.
Yeah, true.
Go on, Robbie.
You're backing him. Do you think he'll keep his job?
I think after, yeah. Will he keep his job? No, I think he's struggling.
He is.
But this particular game, I know Chelsea very vulnerable away from home. Still missing Cole Palmer. A very important player for them. I think Chelsea blow hot and cold. A bit like Rory. Over it's Carey. But I think, for me, Forest might do it.
No, you don't.
You can't honestly believe that.
I just said I think they might do it. I didn't say they would.
Okay, is this your prediction? Okay, if you think that, then
all right.
Come on, let's hear your prediction then, because there will be a forfeit at some point.
Will there? Yeah,
so what are you going for?
Don't worry about that. I'm going for a 3-1 win to Chelsea.
Hey! We knew he'd come back round. So you think it's going to be a Chelsea win?
They do struggle though. They blow hot and cold, Chelsea. Yeah, but I think they'll get a job done.
We've been done a mischief by the international break as well. If this fixture was played off the back of us beating Liverpool in the last minute, it could have been a very different fixture.
Yeah, let's hope it hasn't killed you. We'll stick with Chelsea actually quickly. So we've got you locked in. You've gone for a Chelsea win
because obviously earlier. He's obviously gone against me, isn't he, with Jody Morris. And
then now you're back in Chelsea.
His Chelsea loyalty.
I know, but you've got to think about yourself.
Yeah, I know. But I couldn't do it. You know, like I felt that.
See, this is where we're different. You know, with predictions, I generally end up predicting what I want to happen. Like I said, that West Ham get a draw against Arsenal because I want that to happen.
That's where you're going wrong.
That's where I went wrong. Yeah.
I'm not correcting you, by the way.
What do you predict? I'm like, well, I want West Ham to get a point. So,
do you know what? Do you know what, Rory? Let's stick with Chelsea. Let's have a bit of fun. I've got some Chelsea wingers in front of me.
Yep.
And I want you to rank them for me. So I've got Garnacho, Gittins, Tyreek George, Neto, Esteval. Give me best to worst.
Just best to worst. We start at the top.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, the best of the lot, I think, is Esteval.
You do?
I think he's a wonder kid, yeah. Ooh. I really do. I think he's a wonder kid. I think he's made himself undroppable, totally indispensable to the team.
So he starts against Forest, you think?
I would start him, yeah. Off the back of scoring a last-minute winner against the champions, I feel like you've earned it, haven't you? Like you have to keep the momentum going. Like if you're in that Forest back line, if you're Ange Postecoglou, you are thinking, please don't let us face him. So direct, picks the ball up, so tricky, runs at you, rapid.
Yeah,
that's the last thing in the world they want.
Yeah, he's good.
I think Esteval is our X factor, particularly with Cole Palmer injured. So I would definitely start him, and I think he is the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
Next, weirdly, look, I love Neto, but I can't. It's probably Neto next.
Okay,
actually, it's probably Neto.
Why are you hesitating?
Well, because I don't like Alejandro Garnacho. I wish Chelsea didn't sign him. I don't particularly wish him well. Like, I think it's one of the worst signings that Chelsea have made, almost because of what it represents. Like, Alejandro Garnacho's conduct at Manchester United, I think, was atrocious.
Right. Okay.
And if nothing else, I respect the institution of Manchester United. If nothing else, I respect the managerial office of Manchester United. And Alejandro Garnacho, like, there were issues with his brother.
Yeah.
He's taken to social media. He was wearing a Marcus Rashford Aston Villa shirt. I don't like him. I don't like that. I don't particularly... I didn't want us to sign him. But I have to kind of separate the person
from the player
who I want nowhere near Chelsea with the player who I rate fairly highly.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know how good he could be, Garnacho. On some level, you think, in 3 years' time, 3 years' time, he could be running the wing at Cadiz.
Yeah.
Right? But in 3 years' time, he could also be, I don't know, running the wing at Barcelona.
Yeah, you don't know where the ceiling is with him, do you?
I don't know. Or the basement.
Yeah.
All the basement. Because I think a lot of it is about him, his application, his desire, his professionalism. And on all of those metrics, I think he stinks.
Yeah.
But he's also a really good footballer.
So you put him second or third in that list?
He's third at the moment.
Okay.
But he looked good against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then look, at the bottom here, he got two bull geezers arguing over a comb, haven't we? This is Jamie Gittins versus Tyreek George. I don't know. Jamie Gittins versus Tyreek George.
Yeah.
I'll
go
go
4-5.
4-5 in somebody, in any order you want, Ryan.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll probably, do you know what? If we're doing it, I like George. He scored a massive goal. And in fact, if you trace Chelsea's rise to qualifying for the Champions League last year in the league, you trace it back to a Tyreek George goal. So
Okay.
I'll give it to him, Jamie Gittins, bottom of the league.
Oh, there we go. Gittins
On
bottom.
the history of Chelsea, that's quite a poor list, really, against the past.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
the
yeah,
past wingers
Of
that
course.
Chelsea have had.
If
I am Robin.
Robin and Duff, Joe Cole all competing.
Oh, Joe
People like that.
William, Pedro.
Pedro,
There was a time at Chelsea
yeah.
when people at Stamford Bridge, we were a little bit unsure about William. We kind of wanted more for him.
What a player, man.
He'd be starting every week for us now.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable player. His longevity as well, by the way, has to be talked about. Yeah, good player. But the headline is, you've gone Chelsea in the Studs Up Hacker. So we'll stick that in. 3-1 he's gone for as well.
Don't get, but obviously bonus point. Yeah, because we're not really defined that. Do we get bonus point for this right score?
If you get 3-1, you can have a bonus point.
All right,
cheers, Rory.
we'll agree on that then. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
So we might as well do a score then. All right, fine. Next fixture is me. And they're giving me Manchester United again. Liverpool versus Manchester United.
This is very difficult for you because you have to do the right thing here. If you want the points, you have to do the right thing.
I know. Well, it depends what you think the right thing is,
The right thing is, you know what the right thing is.
I know what the right thing is.
I know what the right thing
Yeah.
is. You know, Ryan.
You know.
Oh, I don't know. Well, first of all, let's open up to wider discussion. Slot.
Yes.
Is Slot under a bit more pressure now than he was at the start of the season? You know what I'm asking, though? Because social media is saying he's starting to get found out a little bit. It was still a bit of a hangover from the Klopp era, and now he's having to implement his own,
It's just a transition of Liverpool at the minute. It's
Yeah.
the dynamic of the
You're not
team.
worried?
They were starting their attacks from the fullbacks. Now they're having to change the dynamic to play through Verts in the middle. The team has to change their way of playing.
Yeah.
And everyone has to sort of fit into that model. I think, personally, there'll be a professional reaction this weekend, and Man United are going to get it. And Amarim's going to be under more pressure after being given the sort of backing of 3 more years. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah.
They're going to go to Anfield and probably get pumped 4-1.
Yeah.
And probably Salah, Isak, and they're going to score, and Vert's going to get a couple of assists.
Yeah.
I agree with every word of that, I agree with every word.
I'm
I
sure
think
you
it's
are.
he's
You're
trying to
don't
you
get back on side. I know what he's
but
doing.
You know what I think they're going to do? You know how people are going, and you're right, this week people are starting to ask serious questions about Liverpool. People have said that, I think, in fact, in terms of the bookies' favourites, I think on talkSPORT Bet, Arsenal are now the favourites for the league.
Yeah.
So people have really started to undermine Liverpool a touch and ask questions. There isn't a better fixture for Liverpool to go, shut up.
Yeah.
And you know what they'll do? Isak 2, Salah 2, Amarim sacked. Just do it all. It'll be another one of those. What happened recently, didn't it? The 7. There's been 5, there's been 7.
Oh.
It did, but do you know what?
What are you going to do? Don't let
head?
the heart rule your head.
Well, first of all,
Listen to the messiahs.
I listen to you. I don't know about No, do you know what? In all seriousness, I mean, you talked about Jim Ratcliffe there as well, by the way, giving Amarin 3 years.
Worst
I think even if you've got it in your mind that that's what you want to do, don't tell everybody that's what you're going to do.
Do you know what, though, Ryan? I learned something from
average.
talkSPORT.
Go on.
I was driving to work on a Saturday, and as I was driving, I obviously have talkSPORT on, and I'm listening to Karen Brady. And Karen Brady's talking and going, we are a club who like to back our managers. We certainly see Graham Potter as being our manager for a long time.
Yeah.
Graham Potter will be doing our press conference tomorrow, and he did. And they made him do the press conference where they asked him about those face swaps and all that.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the tin tack the next morning. And I was like, okay, I've learnt here. It's complete, and I literally was listening to Karen Brady speaking on talkSPORT, telling everybody that would listen that they love to back their managers and Graham Potter is the manager for the foreseeable. Less than 24 hours later, no defeat, by the way. No, there wasn't like a game.
Yeah.
Just nothing changed. Just 24 hours later.
Just setting him up.
Just setting him up.
I know. No, look, you're right. I'm going to make a judgment call here. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. Draw pinged around in my mind a few times. I'm not going draw. I think Isak has been a shell of himself. I think Wirtz hasn't hit the ground running. I think those are 2 flops at the start of the season nobody's talking about. Okay, I think they've been lucky to get these last-minute winners. Because their lucks ran out because they've lost 3 on the bounce. So with all that being said, I'm going for a Liverpool home win.
Oh, you got me going.
No, I've got to, because I just feel like the atmosphere combined with being away from home, Manchester United, it was a good win against Sunderland, but I still can't read into
There's
that
a wonderful
too much.
montage that you've just given our editor, The montage, when they score 4, they'll do your clip in black and white of you going, Isak, nobody's talking about it. Bang, he hits the back of the net. Florian Wirtz, one of the flops, he's a flop. Bang, he hits the back of the net. You keep doing it.
I know. I've just Kevin De Bruyne'd him. I've just assisted him, haven't I? I know.
Yeah, it's a tap-in.
Yeah, it really is. But I've got to go Liverpool win because... I'm not mental.
Well, give us what score? Here we are. Oh, how bad's it going
to be? 2-1. It's a close game.
2-1.
Yeah, I think it'll be 2-1. They're not going to smash us. They won't.
They will.
They won't, boys. I'm telling you, they won't.
They'll be 3-0 up at half-time.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
They're smashing you.
If it's 3-0 at half-time, I'll have a spoonful of that curry next week. How about that?
Deal.
Should we do that?
Remember this.
Yeah, I will. It's locked in now. All right, and the final fixture here is Spurs versus Aston Villa. Rory, I think this is the toughest of the bunch, personally.
It seems to happen week in, week out. But I will get this one spot on. Don't like doing it. Tottenham win the game.
Okay, right, okay. Fair enough.
Tottenham will beat Villa.
And that hurts you to say that. I can see that. So you're wincing.
I desperately don't want it to be true. I desperately don't want Tottenham to win, and I would happily be wrong on this.
Yeah.
But Tottenham are a good side. Yeah. And they have, crucially, they have a top-tier manager. It is such a clear example of appoint a good manager, become a good team. Appoint a serious manager, become a serious club.
Yeah.
That's what they've done. Tottenham are now, if they persevered with Postecoglou, I'm not even joking, I would be saying that they could go down. I honestly believe that Postecoglou could have taken them down. They've had a great window. They've signed some top class players. Polina, convincing Romero to stay. It was a good window. And then they've gone and possibly appointed the best manager in the world that they could get. I think they actually went out into the market, of the managerial market. They looked around. They weighed it up. They were ready to spend money. And they've literally gone and got their Guardiola. So Guardiola's better than Frank, but you can't get him.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? On a slot's better than Frank, but you can't get him.
Yeah.
Of all the managers in the world that they could get, they've gone and they've appointed the jewel in the crown.
Yeah.
And they're going to make light work of Villa.
Light work? Oh, what are you saying then? What's the score prediction?
3-1.
All right, we've gone for... Did you go 3-1 as well? There's a few 3-1s on here.
We like goals.
Let's have a look at it. Well, with that being said, I've got you here. You're happy with the appointment in terms of from a Spurs perspective. Is there any danger? Are you worried Spurs could finish above Chelsea this season? With everything you've just said about
hesitation.
I'll tell you why I'm not. I'll tell you my rationale for not being scared, and you tell me if you think it has any weight at all.
Go on.
History teaches us that Chelsea are better than Tottenham. History teaches us that Chelsea will always outdo Tottenham. You know, some clubs, they just have it over another. Like Liverpool always have it over Everton, don't they? Chelsea, and this isn't an Abramovich thing. Like, you know, when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I remember going to a game, right? I remember getting the ticket. I've still got the ticket in my house. And do you know what it says on it? It says issued by John Moncourt. Because I had a friend who was at Tottenham really young, and I got the ticket via him. We beat him 6-1. We beat him 6-1. This is like Torre Andre Flo scoring a hat trick. This is a geezer called Mark Nichols. Yeah. It's properly pre-Abramovich.
But what about modern history? What about right now?
No, but you know, we went 27 years without losing at home to Tottenham. Do you know what we were going to do, honestly? I didn't know that.
We have to check that.
Wow, 7 years. Corral Prince. We went 27 years. Do you know how I know it's correct?
27 years.
Yeah. Do you know how I know it's correct? Because do you know what I was planning to do with some of the fellas that I used to go to Chelsea with a lot?
Go on.
If it had got to 30, we were going to phone up Tottenham and do a 30th birthday party at Tottenham and all go there and like invite loads of people. And 30 years that we haven't been beaten at Tottenham.
Wow. Do you know what? When he's putting out facts like that,
beaten at Stamford Bridge by Tottenham. 30 years. I'll tell you when it ended. Antonio Conte, Dele Alli scored an amazing goal. Dele Alli scored a long ball over the top, and he pulled it down and hit it first time. It was a beautiful goal, Dele Alli. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat us 3-1. We went 1-0 up that day as well. We went 27 years at Stamford Bridge. You're looking at like Mark Stein scoring a last-minute winner in a 4-3 win.
Can't be right.
Mark Stein, honestly, 27 years at Stamford
That's unreal.
Bridge.
If you, what a fact to pull out, by the way.
He must know that fact as well,
Yeah.
because he's
Look,
Chelsea.
do you know? Listen to this. You know the winners that were scored against Chelsea by Tottenham players. It went Dele Alli. The last winner scored against Chelsea by a Tottenham player, Gary Lineker.
Wow.
So all those amazing players that played for Tottenham in between.
I've just been told it's true, Ben.
Les
That's
Ferdinand,
an
Jürgen
unbelievable
Klinsmann.
stat.
Hey, that is very good.
play,
For
We're
me.
just
Rory.
better than them.
Go
Do you
on,
know?
Rory.
We're just
Okay.
better than them.
HMRC was
Do you know what?
nearly
What can
on,
you say?
but he's not now.
Yeah. we can try and banter. We can try and get into him. That's
Yeah.
a good fact. That
That is a good
So you're not
fact.
worried.
No.
That's the end of it. Okay, well, we've got the Studs Alpaca then. We're obviously going to get scored on that next week, and we'll come back to you with the scores. But we've gone for a Chelsea win, we've gone for a Liverpool win, and a Spurs win, and that's a nice tasty treble at 21-4, by the way, that you can find on talkSPORT Bet on the site and on the app as well. 18 plus, of course, gamble aware. So yeah, great. Get into it. To finish the episode. What we're going to do is we're home of Mount Rushmore now. That's what Studs Up are. You know, you can come every week and listen to our Mount Rushmore. It's international break, right? Let's have a bit of fun with it. It's not football related. We're going to do, because you are on the karaoke, up in Glasgow, karaoke queen. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to do the 4 greatest karaoke songs, the Mount Rushmore of karaoke songs. So when someone gets up on that mic, bang, the whole arena, the whole pub where it is club.
Can you imagine it?
bar.
I know what he's going to be. He's going to be a crooner, isn't he? He's going to be. He's a crooner.
I've got one for you.
So we get one pick each. We have to agree on the 4th pick, on the 4th face.
Are
of
these
Mount
the
Rushmore.
greatest that can be sung by anyone or by us as individuals?
I think we can't do individuals, but we have to.
It's a great song.
You can give your individual one if you want as well.
Do you know what you've got to go for here? You've got to go for songs where everybody knows the words.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying this, right? But everyone knows every word
Agreed.
of Ronan Keating Roller Coaster.
Yeah, it's good.
Like everyone knows it, so it kind of.
I would walk 500 miles.
Proclaimers. He's just in a Scottish mood, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. You've been converted.
Come on, Scott.
Where's the
Right.
kill?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Right, so one pick each. Let's get your pick then.
Well, I was from a crooner point of view, but one of my songs,
Tony
I've got
Bennett. Guarantee you, Tony
Otis
Bennett.
Redding, obviously sitting on the dock of the bay.
Okay, that's yours.
John Lennon, Imagine All the People.
Oh,
yes.
But you can't do
Right,
that.
and then I'll go
do
into, if it's a bit lively, and I was going to do it in Glasgow the other night.
Yeah.
It is actually put up there as for me to do. I thought, right, good environment. Whitney Houston, Queen of the Night.
No, that's bad. Now it's all.
Because I'm the Queen of the Night. Queen
what
of
you
the
need.
Night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all that's funny. I reckon those kind of like you're better off doing that where it's funny. Like you're better off doing Spice Girls, Spice Up Your Life.
Yeah,
than
you have to.
you are like trying to somew recreate.
You got to be tongue in cheek.
Frankie
you do.
Valli.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't do it. Yeah.
It's
all
got
that.
to be
Give me your pick though.
the England side. It's got to be the England. So I'd go in with Sweet Caroline.
Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
I knew
Anthony.
someone would say that.
Sweet Caroline.
So that's the first.
Because I think
Mount
that
Rushmore.
would get they just Sweet Caroline and
Everyone's
get everyone
singing.
going.
Yeah. Okay, go on then, Rory.
I'm going Kim Wilde. Keep Me Hanging On.
I'll sing it then. No, because I don't sing it.
You know it. Don't you do that? I nearly went then.
Sing it. You nearly went.
But hold on. As on the Mount Rushmore of karaoke
It's a
songs.
banger. There's no way that you're not
I don't know
standing
whether
on the bar singing.
I don't know about
Is it not?
Can we
No.
Oh, so it's your pick.
Spice up your life, Spice Girls.
Spice up your. That is performing
Send it to
art
the
school
left.
for you.
Yeah.
That is,
Take it to the right.
That's
It's
insight into the background.
Spice
No, but what you gonna like? You've got to be able to sing it. Like what you can't do. You can't go. Let's do
But the bar's
Amy
gotta come over
Winehouse
here.
Back to Black.
No.
You're gonna butcher it. People are gonna leave.
Talking
But
about
the
Spice Girls.
bar's
What
gotta
Spice
be up.
Girls would you have been? You'd have been posh.
Yeah.
It'd have been Baby.
Baby.
Oh yeah, baby. That's
Who would I
great.
be?
Scary.
Hey!
Come on now. You were thinking it.
Yeah, I've got a Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of that, yeah.
Go on. So we'll lock it in. I won't question you.
help me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of like songs I love, but they're just too like. Say for example, When Doves Cry, Prince. You can't do that.
what
It's too
a
difficult.
song
Yeah,
that
that's like
is.
one of my
I'm with you.
favourite songs. But you've got to do one that you can just
I've been
bang
told
out.
we need an answer. We're getting pushed by the producer.
Yeah,
it's never
we're
happened
getting
before.
pushed.
Kim Wilde all the time. Spice Girls.
Spice
Girls.
Girls.
Spice
It's locked
Spice
in.
up your life.
There's
It's
nothing we
locked
can
in.
do about it.
Kim Wilde.
Oh,
Kim Wilde. Keep me hanging on.
It's not the worst shout. It's not the worst shout. The comments might disagree, but we're locking it in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Are you mad? Mate, you can't.
Hold on, you get on the mic and you go,
that is
Mama just
good.
killed a man.
Hey!
Yeah?
Mate.
Yeah, you see?
Do you know
little
what?
duet,
I
maybe.
think I've nailed it.
Yes.
Do you know what you need? You're kind of right. She's Electric, Oasis. Everyone knows
Okay,
it.
see, now we're getting right. Now we're getting there.
Easy.
See, is that what you're locking in? Okay, we'll lock that
Oasis,
into you.
She's Electric.
And I'm going to go Bohemian Rhapsody because everyone's going to go, ooh. Everyone's going to sing along.
Right. But then you're going to have to start giving it, I'm just a door boy.
Yeah.
You can't do
That's when it gets a bit tasty. That's when it gets a bit tasty.
yeah.
But then everyone's laughing at. I still think it's a good karaoke song. That's my pick. And now we've got to agree on a fourth. So is there anything? I've got one that's come to my mind.
Say a little prayer, Aretha Franklin. Everyone loves that. Although then you've got to start trying to harmonise with yourself. Forever and ever.
Yeah, that's true. I like Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, what a song!
Although it was kind of like it used to be great when it was seen as being a Sopranos song, but then
wasn't it?
Wasn't it nicked
Glee,
out?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, he knew straight away, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, because I look at
He
Rory
didn't even know.
and think
He didn't
Glee.
even know it was in the Sopranos, did he? He didn't even know.
Yeah, sure
Journey,
it was.
Don't Stop Believing. Oh, what? Out of Glee?
Yeah.
I've been caught out. I've been caught out of a secret Glee fan. God.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's what I'm throwing on the table.
Yeah.
You guys you can give me your picks for the fourth shout. What do you think?
Oh.
Anything else? Are we happy with
What
that?
we got to go through? Like an Elton John number. I mean, Tiny Dancer. What a song that is.
Good. It is good.
An Elvis number. Michael Jackson number.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson's a good shout.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although you're
Lionel
not good enough,
Richie.
are you?
Lionel
Lionel
Richie.
Richie. From the first time that I saw you, I knew
Oh,
it was forever. Yeah, and in love between us. Yeah, it's that one. It's got to be. Yeah.
Together.
The girl got sent from heaven. I'm so glad I found you forever
Forever.
and ever. Yeah, that
Wow.
one.
Yes.
What have I just
Come
witnessed?
on.
Is that
one.
angels
Oh,
singing
the
it?
curry night's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Lionel Richie.
Bit of karaoke after the curry?
Yeah, I think we're there. I think we've got to be.
Come on.
Why
Yeah.
not? Why
Come
not?
on.
We give it a go.
Yeah,
We
come
give it
on.
a go.
There we go. So what was it? What was that? What was the name of the song the Lionel Richie one?
Destiny, innit?
I don't know.
You
Right.
are
You
my
are
one.
my destiny.
Well,
Lionel
that's-
Richie.
Yes.
We're not Destiny, yeah. We're not too precious. We're locking that
Yeah.
in, and that is the Mount Rushmore. So, guys, let us know in the comments what you
Go
think
on, the
about
Mount
that.
Rushmore.
And man, that's it.
Oh.
That's sad, isn't it?
We
Time
need
just
3 hours. Come
we
on.
do. Time just flies. I hope everybody listening and watching enjoyed it as well. And we'll be back next week. So thanks very much for watching as always, and take it easy.